Welcome to NICU in a Nutshell, where we talk about all things neonatal in a simple and easy way to understand. While this isn't meant to be medical advice, it is a place for education, questions, and community. My name is Anna. Let's get started. Today we're going to be talking about what is neonatology and what your baby's care team might look like. Let's start with some terms. Neonatology is the subspecialty of pediatrics that specializes in taking care of newborn infants, particularly those that are premature or critically ill. A neonate is simply a newborn. And last we have the neonatal period. That's the first 28 days of life. We count the birth date as date of life 0, so we're looking at roughly 29 days, including the day that your baby was born. The last term we're going to go over is care team. You might hear this a lot in the NICU, your baby's care team, the medical team. You're going to hear a lot about teams in the NICU. And that's because it truly takes a team effort to care for your baby and you during your stay in the NICU. Now that we've got those terms out of the way, let's talk about the members of your baby's care team. While this is not an exhaustive list, it does give you a good idea of who might be interacting with you and your baby during your NICU stay. We're going to start with a neonatologist. Like I had mentioned before, neonatology is a subspecialty of pediatrics. So the neonatologist taking care of your baby is a board-certified pediatrician. To become a neonatologist, there are 2 routes. The first is fellowship-trained, board-certified neonatologist. This is a doctor that has been through medical school, residency, and fellowship, which is a 3-year program for these pediatricians to be specialized in caring for critically ill and premature infants. From there, they take their neonatology boards, and then they become a board-certified neonatologist. The other route that your neonatologist might take is something called a neonatal hospitalist, which is also a board-certified pediatrician, but instead of going to fellowship and becoming a board-certified neonatologist, they get on-the-job training to care for babies in the NICU. Either way, you're in good hands. Depending on what level NICU you're in, determines what other kinds of doctors are going to be taking care of your baby on their care team. Fellows, like I mentioned, are in training to become neonatologists. So it's an intensive 3-year program where they learn the ins, the outs, ups and downs of taking care of neonates, from critically ill to babies learning how to eat and grow. Some hospitals have residents that are not board-certified pediatricians but are learning to be pediatricians. They may or may not want to go into neonatology, but that's okay because they still have to learn how to take care of your babies. Imagine this, you're in the NICU, you bring your baby home, and you find a pediatrician. You want that pediatrician to have had training in a NICU to know the potential complexities that your baby went through in the NICU and be able to guide you and walk alongside you as they grow. The biggest group that make up your care team is typically the nurses. Nurses are at the bedside 24/7, typically doing 12-hour shifts, so you may or may not have the same nurse subsequent days, depending on the size of the NICU you're in. Nurses either have a bachelor's or associate's degree, sometimes master's degree, with the opportunity to get certified in neonatal nursing. These nurses are highly specialized to take care of your baby, but also support you during your stay in the NICU. Other members you might encounter are called ancillary staff. The types of providers that make up this staff are things like physical therapy, occupational therapy, child life, and audiology. Everybody works together to take the best care of you and your baby. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to join our community. Have a great day.